Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome back to Socially Sound. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Kirsty.
So today's submission is a really complicated one. When I was looking at it, I wasn't really sure how to explain it. And for anonymity purposes, I will not be disclosing some of the information because I feel like viewers may be able to guess who the person is and who they're talking about. The person that submitted wants an opinion, but I think some advice as well. They live in an area that we don't know of, but in that area there is a deaf friendship group, and the person cannot get into that group because it's quite toxic. And the person did say that they want to be a part of it, but they're very particular about who's part of the group. The group used to be big, but people have left, or there's a group leader who's been kicking people out of the group. They will be like, oh, I don't like this person, and the group essentially agrees. The person is quite unsure because they want to be a part of the friendship group as they do live in the area and they're regularly going out in that area. So the person feels like they want to be a part of it so that they can have that consistent friendship group in the area they live in. The individual friends they already do have live in different areas, so they're usually waiting until weekends or schedules clash and they're waiting until they can see their friends. So really, the main issue is there's a friendship group in the area they live in, but they can't be a part of it because it's toxic. But at the same time, they want a friendship where they can regularly socialise with people who are deaf in the area they live in. So,
And the friendship group are not even inviting this person. So this person feels like, oh, you don't want to be friends with me. And it's already hard for us as deaf people to make friends with hearing people. We're already excluded. So if we find out, oh, there's deaf people, we're excited to join, and then we're not even allowed to go into the friendship group because you're friends with this person and blah, blah, blah.
And I think the person also mentioned that there are a few guys, I don't know, there are a few people in the group that they know, but they themselves are not allowed to be a part of that group. So it's like, did that even make sense? And I understand that the problem is they need to be around people. They need to socialize with people on a regular basis. Like, as a deaf person, it's already lonely and isolating. So, seeing on social media, seeing this group of friends going out regularly in your area, but you're not a part of that, it's quite sad as well, and it makes you feel like, I want to be a part of that. You just want a group that you can be a part of. Having individual friends is great, but not having a consistent friendship group, that's the sad part. Because you see a lot of hearing people, not all, some hearing people have the same problem, but a lot of hearing people have friendship groups. And deaf people, even if they're deaf friendship groups, I feel like some of them can be quite toxic or like cliquey.
Like, for example, if one friend in the group isn't friends with another person outside of the group, all of them can't be friends with that person, which is difficult because if your friends love you, respect you and appreciate you, then they should think, okay, I'm not friends with that person, but you're friends with them, okay, I'll back off. As long as this person hasn't done anything like really bad. But the whole point is you should be allowing your friends to be friends with other people, otherwise that's controlling.
Yeah, but to this person, I think I want to tell the person, stop trying to make an effort to be friends with these people.
Yes.
Especially if you've already acknowledged that they're toxic, that they're very particular. Why would you want to be a part of it? I understand that it's a group that you can regularly hang out with, but if you already know beforehand that they're very toxic and that they've refused to accept people,
leave it.
I would rather be alone than be in a group of fake people.
Exactly.
Like,
you don't need that in your life. You really don't.
Like,
you don't need it.
I can already tell that your mental health isn't great. So I feel like if you went into that group, your mental health would just whoop
like that.
Just go like that.
Exactly.
So
it's not worth it.
I think the first thing is to protect your mental health. Yes, you're seeing them like FOMO. Like, yeah, you're watching them.
Yeah.
I wish I was with that group. Maybe they've gone bowling or to the cinema or whatever they're doing. You're seeing that and you want to be a part of it. And I understand that. But I think you're having a fantasy. Like, you think it will go one way, but I don't think it will go that way if you be a part of that group. I think it would just be awful for you. Like,
yeah, I think if you went into that group, the dynamics within that group would become worse and it would affect your mental health, and you'd feel like you have to put on this persona for them. You shouldn't have to change yourself if they're your actual friends. No.
I would say treasure the friends that you have already.
Yes,
They live in different areas, but it's good that you're already meeting up with them on weekends. It's good that you're able to make time for them. Because I know a lot of deaf people who have friends who probably haven't seen them in like a year or something like that. So the fact that you're able to meet up with them on weekends is great. I understand that it's not as regular as you want it to be, but it is something. And you know, there's FaceTime.
yes.
There's other
Social
things.
media as well.
Yeah.
There's many different ways to keep in contact online.
And it's not much, but it's something. I think this brings up the need to bring back like clubs, deaf clubs.
Deaf clubs for youth as well.
I know that there used to be quite a few, but obviously not much anymore. We need to bring back these deaf clubs in different areas that people can go to regularly, like once a week, once every 2 weeks, and socialise. Make friends when you're there. But at the same time, living in general, like work, like so many deaf people go through so many different things. There's so many factors that we need to consider, like the submission we received, there's not enough information for us to say do this, do that, do this. We don't know what area you live in, so like we don't know if we probably know someone that lived there that might like to be friends with you.
Yes.
Or we don't know where you live, so like obviously that information you don't need to share to us because you don't really know us. But like, it's hard to give like, oh, in this area look for this, but what if in their area they don't have these things that we suggest, like clubs, groups, or Facebook groups online that people join? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it also raises the importance of community. People need people to feel good, to have good mental health. Talking is important, and that's something that a lot of us as deaf people, we don't often talk to each other about our own mental health, our lives. So this submission is sad to read because it's like they just want a friendship group, but they feel excluded and isolated. All they want is friends. It's not that hard. It shouldn't be that hard.
It's so hard to make friends nowadays, especially as a deaf person.
Yeah, and I feel like being part of Generation Z, our standards and expectations from friends are really high. So like if we meet people, we're like, okay, cool, but do they give any value to my life? No. Gen Z are like more assertive, like I want this, this and this. So it's difficult as Gen Z.
And I've noticed that a lot of people like to say, oh, you need to learn how to love your own company. So people refuse to make new friends because they're like, oh, I'm comfortable with the friends that I have and I like my own company, so I don't want to make new friends. And I'm like, huh?
But there's like so many people out there that you can connect with. They can learn from you and you can learn from them. There's so many people out there that you can support and they can support you. Like, there's people out there, you need to meet people.
But they can't, like, that's the
Yeah.
problem. It's a cycle. It's a continuous vicious cycle. And I can relate to this as well. I have individual friends. I have you. I have other people. But for me to even see you, I have to travel to you like once a month. I don't have a friend group in my area where I can say I regularly hang out with them. Like, I have individual friends, so I can see how this can impact your mental health. To have individual friends who live in different areas, so you're just waiting to see them. And even sometimes things can come up last minute, so you could have planned something in advance, but something's come up, so you can't do these things. And it's not like, oh, they just live half an hour away from me, so I can just drive and chill at their house. You don't have these opportunities, and that can impact your mental health. Maybe this person lives alone.
Yes.
Maybe that's what's also contributing to the loneliness. They're just sitting at home waiting.
Lonely.
There's no one to come visit me. I can't visit them. They're just sitting. Maybe they work a 9 to 5 and they come home and they're alone, and it's just like from 5 to bedtime, they're just sitting, texting, FaceTiming. There's no one to cook with, no one to eat with, no one to go to the gym with. Like, it just depends on their lifestyle, what they're doing. Like, there's so many factors that can impact these things. And just not having someone, like, it doesn't have to be 3 people, it can just be one regular companion. Just not having that can impact your life in so many different ways.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's important overall for this submission. I think there could be many solutions. If you have clubs in the area, that's great. If not, please make sure that you take the time to find something that you can take out, like an outlet. Because if you keep in these feelings, it can get worse. And so, yeah.
And I know not every deaf person likes to be friends with hearing people, but maybe there's clubs you can go to.
Yes.
It's not deaf, but you can connect with hearing people. You never know. Like, at the moment, there's a lot of hearing people becoming more open-minded to deaf people. So you might encounter someone that's learning BSL at the moment. You could socialise with them. Or if you go to the gym, maybe you can have gym friends. Or if you, I don't know, crochet or you do pottery. Anything. You can go to clubs and meet people. If you have a hobby, yes, go to the hobby. There's not deaf people there. But there could be someone that you can make friends with, and you might end up becoming best friends with them for the rest of your life. So don't limit yourself to only being friends with deaf people.
Yes, I agree.
So, I don't know.
I agree. Because even I have some hearing friends. They're open-minded, deaf-aware. Some of them even know BSL or they're learning. I know that in the world there's a lot of hearing people, but at the same time, there are hearing people out there that will engage with you. Yeah, I know you're deaf and they're hearing, but you could have a lot of things in common, and you might find that actually you get on really well.
Yeah, so the main point, I think, is protect your mental health, please. The friendship group you're talking about, don't try and get involved. I don't have a good feeling about you joining that friendship group. And secondly, talk to your individual friends that you have who live in different areas. Talk to them and tell them, I feel really lonely. I was wondering if we can meet a bit sooner. Wondering if we can meet a bit more regularly. Or like maybe we can FaceTime more regularly, like once a week. Just FaceTime. Or I don't know if Netflix still has that watch party feature. Like, let's watch movies together. Or actually, I've got this day off. Have you got this day off as well? Maybe we can cook together, bake together, or go out together or something. Tell your friends I feel really lonely. I know we have a friendship, but I want to see you a bit more regularly. Or like, be more open and tell them I feel lonely. And try new things. Meet more hearing people. Even if your communication method is BSL, you never know. You might meet someone who knows sign language or wants to learn sign language, and that's a perfect opportunity for them to learn from you so you can communicate with them. Don't limit yourself. Don't hold it in. Talk. Be open. I feel a bit lonely. It's okay to say I feel lonely. It's totally okay to say I feel sad, I feel a bit down, I don't know what to do. And then that can start a conversation. Your friends might say, oh, I didn't know, I'm really sorry. I'll make time for you. Like, why didn't you tell me before? I can come, it's fine, don't worry, I'll come see you. You never know, so...
Yeah, Also, please know that this situation is not a rare thing. It happens to a lot of deaf people. You're not alone in this situation. And hopefully things will get better for you. I hope so.
Fingers crossed. I really hope so. I really hope so. I'm really worried, like, especially because this is something I relate to myself. I know how I feel, so it's like they probably feel the same. So I really hope you have someone you feel comfortable with to talk to and be open with and say all these things, and then you can work together to resolve how you're feeling.
Yeah. So I hope this video gives you some reassurance and ideas on how to improve your situation.
Yeah. But don't join that friendship group.
Yes. Don't do it.
Please don't join that friendship group. Like, don't. Avoid.
No.
Avoid. Like, yeah, FOMO, they're doing things. That's none of your business. Ignore.
Leave it.
Leave it. Leave
Definitely.
it. Yeah. And if anyone's watching and they're probably in the same situation, just remember you're not alone. Like, there's other people who feel a bit down as well. So, speak out.
Or, if you've been in this situation before and now things have gotten better, what did you do? And also, if there's any tips that you have that we haven't mentioned, put that in the comments.
Yeah. Or like if someone said, I'm from Birmingham and I know these things are available, or I'm from London and you can do these things, or I'm from, I don't know, Essex and these things are available. Maybe the person who submitted can be like, oh, I'm from Birmingham, that's really good, I didn't know that was there. So if people are comfortable to be like, I know these things are available in these different areas, then like more people can look at these and be like, I didn't know these things were there.
I like
so
that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So please, if you have any tips or advice, or you think that might be my area, then comment. I might benefit from it myself and be like, oh, I didn't know that was there. I'm going to do that too.
Exactly. That's why community is important. Like this, giving resources and letting people know about things, that's community. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I hope you like,
comment,
share,
and lastly, subscribe.
Yes. I won't come for you.
She's being nice today.
I'll forgive you if you don't. It's okay. I'll accept. I understand. I won't force you. But it would be really nice if you did, though. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.